Hey guys, welcome to a Daily Dose of Tony. Today I am going to be reviewing Creative's Vado. Now, let me begin by saying, before I got the Vado, I was a flip user. I loved my flip, so when I had the chance to review a Vado, I was a little hesitant because I was afraid, I have so many good things to say about my flip. What if I can't give a good review? I got my Vado and that all changed. Vado has officially stolen my heart from Flip. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit here and bash Flip because that's just not what I do. I still think they're a good camera to use, and for some people, it's probably more what they're looking for. I just happen to, after receiving the Vado, prefer it, and I will show you why. Okay, here we go. Here are the two cameras right here. As you can see, I'm holding them even at the bottom. Not very much of a height difference. I'm sure you can tell. The Flip is just a smidgen taller than the Vado, so that didn't really play a big part in my book. Also, I'm not sure if you can notice, but the Flip camera area right here is actually more out. The Vado is actually inside, so it's flat. It is completely flat, whereas the Flip has, I want to say, a little bump from where the camera area comes out. The Flip has a speaker right here. The Vado speaker is on the back. The big thing that I first noticed, aside from the camera part, was the width, how wide they are. This is what first made me be like, whoa, I really like this Vado. Let me turn them. As you can see, quite a difference in the width between the Flip and the Vado. So that was a big thing to me because I like smaller, compact things so I can stick them in a pocket in my purse or even put it inside my wallet and still be able to close my wallet because I don't like to tote a lot of stuff around sometimes. So this, right off the bat, was like, oh, I already prefer this over the Flip distinctly just from the width. Next, we're going to show you the little USB, and I'm going to have to do one at a time because I can't hold them both. The Flip has this USB that pops out and pops back in. It's just a hard piece. So when I stuck it in, I always had to have like a book or something right under it because I was afraid if it sat there for too long, depending on how many videos I had, I was afraid it would break like from pressure if it was just hanging. So I always had to find something to sit it on because of the way that my USB port is in my computer, the way it's on the side. I couldn't just like, put it on its top or something like that. The Vado has a USB that pops out as well. But as you can tell, this one is like movable. So I'm not worried about that breaking off and not being able to upload my videos anymore. So that was a big plus to me as well. Next we have, this is another big thing to me, the screen size. I'm not sure if you can tell, but this little small area right here, my computer's reflecting, I'm sorry. That little small area right there is the Flip's screen size. That's what you look at when you're recording to see the picture that you're recording. This is the Vado's. I'm aiming to say double the size of the Flip's viewing screen. That is a big difference because everything looked so tiny and squished in my Flip. Did not in the Vado. They both have zoom, which is great. I love that. They both have, the play option to where you can play on them. I just like the Vado better because it's got, the buttons are more user-friendly. It's like a little square, and it's easier to press, just a lot more user-friendly than the Flip, and I love that. On the bottom of the Vado is where you've got your tripod. You can just screw it on so you can record yourself dancing like I do half the time because I have no shame. So anyways, and then the power button is on the side. It's right there. Like I said, everything on the Vado is so slick. That's one of the first things. I will admit, sometimes I'm a shallow person, and I like to have things that look slick, look cute, whatever. This is definitely one of those slick-looking little cameras. So I really like that. Now on to some things that I love about the Vado. The Flip has 1 hour recording time. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. 60 minutes, that's what you get. With the Vado, you get 60 minutes or 120 minutes. That is awesome. 60 minutes is in the high quality 120 minutes is in the lower quality. Now let me tell you, when you go down to the lower quality, it's not low quality. And I'll show you, I'll put a video up and you can see that along with this one. It's still good quality. It's just not taking up as much memory, and so you're going to get to record double the length of the Flip. Also, the Flip uses AA batteries, which are easy to come by. I will give them that. But when you constantly have to replace them, that eventually adds up. The Vado is a rechargeable battery. All you do is you take the little USB that I pulled out earlier and you plug it into your computer and you charge. So you're not having to buy batteries over and over and over and over and over. Anyways, my take on the Vado is better than the Flip. I think this is what you should go with if you're looking for a little portable camera to keep with you, because we can't obviously take our video cameras in our purses everywhere we go, you know, like our little handy cams or whatever. So I will suggest the Vado. That's what you need to have in your purse so you can always capture those moments when you're saying, oh, I wish I would have had my camera. So head over to us.creative.com and check them out and get yourself one. Talk to you later. Bye.